Record. That's better. Recording in progress. Lots of you folks on the call. Some of you got your product, huh? We shipped on Thanksgiving Day. That's incredible. This company was able to pull that off. Black Friday week, the weekend, Thanksgiving weekend, still there. It's Monday here. But all your products, some of you have got it. I guess we got some testimonials on the call, which is going to be great. There's a lot of brand new people on the call, just putting in the stragglers here, meeting half a dozen more people. Numbers are climbing, just went past 60. Great for you. Andiamo. Andiamo's Italian. Yeah, this is Italian culture meeting American purpose. I have that up there for one reason. When we're looking in a venture, you know, people don't join businesses, they join you. And when we're in a pickle or something that we're trying to solve a solution in life, as humans, it's really, this is right off the cuff, folks. It's always seems so much better, more comforting, more like this when we're in it together. When you're on your own, when you're struggling on your own or trying to solve a health issue on your own or trying to solve, why do we like to tell our mates or our spouse or whatever, I'm not feeling so good? But when you're able to do it with others, it's always better. When you're solving a financial pickle and there's somebody to help you along and pick you up, it's all much better. Andiamo means let's go, but it means it in let's go together. And that's what we're going to talk to you about, because I've been in this industry. Ray's been in this industry 40 odd years. I've been in it for 28, I think it is. Have not worked all 28 years. That's the key to this business. You can put your head down, tail up, and go to work and create great success. And we're going to share with you about the company a little bit. And you're going to meet all these guys on this company on this call if you're brand spanking new. I'm going to share you about the people behind this vision. I'm going to share you what the vision is and the product that you're going to ingest and use topically and change your health, the shortcut to health that Ray talks about, one of the two things that most people on this planet want. And also at the same time, then if you stay a little bit longer with us, we're going to help solve, I'm going to have Gordon, actually the owner, show you how to solve your financial pickle. So Andiamo, folks, let's go together. And I just mentioned Gordon Morton, one of the two brothers, Gordon Joe Morton, the owners of this company, Oliabo. That's right. You're on a call with Oliabo here. And I'm going to have Gordon tell you this is what his vision is, but it's already in action. And you folks are already part of this company. You know, this is truth, what he speaks here, because you've seen it. You've seen it day in and day out. If you're brand spanking new, I want you to have a listen. If where you're at resonates and it's like this one, hey, happy for you. But if this seems to be like, wow, that's not where I'm at, I'd love to be part of this. Go ahead, come on over.
Sometimes it's the simplest ideas that make the biggest difference. A connection to nature, a quiet faith in the greater good, a home grounded in simplicity. It's the quintessential Italian belief that health, happiness, and food naturally intertwine. The belief that these ingredients should be blended with love and care. Now combine this with something just as essential, a belief that every person, regardless of background, deserves to be treated with dignity and respect, and deserves the chance to live up to their fullest potential. Now take this worldview and marry it with a truly unique idea at the right time. Well, that'll make people stop and pay attention. A truly unique idea has the power to change everything. It stands apart. It challenges the ordinary. And in its simplicity, it can move the world forward. That simple formula, love, health, respect, and a singular, simple, extraordinary idea has the power to change lives in our community, in our country, and around the world. Life is short. Timing is everything. And this fall, everything begins. Your mic's off, brother.
In this clip, that's not AI. That's Joe and Gordon's family. They're the actual, other than that one little smidgen he threw Sophia Loren in there. I think that's Gordon having his usual fun. But that is their family, Joan Gordon's family in Italy, walking in those olive groves in that area. Yes, they spend a lot of time over there. So here they are. And I'm going to, instead of me going through and showing you all these people and who they are, just one real quick thing. All you brand new gals on this call for the very first time, have a look at the top row on the right. Ashley Brown, Vice President of Skincare and Quality Control. Ashley's one of the formulators of two of our products. And I thought the day I met Ashley on a call with Ray, actually back in March, I was like, what's an 18-year-old doing as vice president? Take a guess, gal. Try and take a guess. Don't give it away, the ones that know. When we get there, you'll be surprised at her actual age, and that's because of the product we got. And there's one guy here that won't be on the clip, but I just want to bring one thing to attention. The integrity, the vision, the depth these two brothers have in this profession, but outside of this profession as well, is evident in this man right here, Brent Boehm. Brent Boehm is one of the original three that built DreamWorks. That's Disney today. The original three, still builds films, still doing that. Gordon placed a call to him, and you may even see him in this clip, I'm not sure. And there he is. Bingo, he said, yes, sir, I'll be your strategy officer. And he's in the office in Utah. He's down there in California now doing a movie, but he flew up there and went, yes, I'll do it. So rather than this, how about you listen to them?
It's the greatest health story in the history of humanity that's never been told.
There's a lot of different ways to make money in this world. At this point, I want to do something that's meaningful.
This is the tabula rasa. This is the blank slate.
It was a no-brainer.
Oliabo is a place where we can all come together and feel united because of one simple ingredient.
Aiming to join these guys at Oliabo is amazing, and I have a feeling that I'll be issuing apologies for those early projections being far too conservative.
This thing's going to grow like a rabbit farm on a hormone diet. So, that being said...
So to me, this is, Oliabo means heritage. It means my past. It means the history that I come from.
It's built here, and it's built here. We kind of built it twice.
The atmosphere, the culture, everything. I felt like I got it back.
There's a beautiful documented history of this wonderful botanical with the olive tree, olive oil.
Skincare is a huge part of Oliabo as well. That is so good for external and topical use.
This was my home again.
Great, big, huge idea. You got to treat that with respect. What's most important is where we're going to be 30, 60, 90 days, 1 year from today. If you are passionate about growing this thing, a year from now, we're going to be taking our top folks and we're going to go on a little adventure to Italy, and we're going to enjoy the olive harvest together. When you get a job, you go to work for a company, but when you join Oliabo, the company goes to work for you. All this stuff that we're doing here is today, moving stuff in. It's really for the wonderful people that represent our products, our customers, and I think you can kind of feel it. It feels like authentic, organic. So from our little home office here to your living room or wherever you are looking at this, grazie tante. Grazie mille. Thank you very much.
How many people caught that was Ray driving by? Hey, Ray, take 1 second, introduce yourself. Ray Heron's on the call, folks. Chris Laird, sorry. Ray Heron's on the call. He's the master distributor. I'll put you on the camera in a minute, Ray.
I'm here. Good evening, everybody. It's always a pleasure to be on these Zooms with you. And Malcolm, you're just the best, brother. As always, just very, very happy to be working alongside you. That was me and my lovely wife, Cheryl, in a little 911 Porsche Targa. Never forget that. That was one of the company trips. By the way, this company's going back to Italy in the fall of next year, and I want all of you to be there with us. I recall when I was there last with this company, with these guys, not this company, and staying in a 5-star hotel, walk out that morning, and there was a lot of vintage Ferraris and Bentleys and Porsches. Walked out that 5-star hotel in a beautiful courtyard with all these beautiful vintage foreign cars, and we got in those cars and drove about 4 hours through the countryside of Italy, and had a wonderful afternoon lunch. It's a grand time. This is a great place to be, folks. If you really been looking for a home to build with people that you trust and that you can depend on what they're going to do, which is always the right thing, you're in the right place at the right time, and you're first. We're just getting started. Uh, Let me see how many we got. Well, we got 70 something people on this Zoom. I'm going to go ahead, Malcolm, and take just a second to say something.
Sure.
For those of you that are brand new here tonight, this won't make a lot of sense to you. It will later on if you'll do the right thing and get involved with us, and I certainly hope that you do. Taking a good look at the back office and many of your businesses, I get the great pleasure of being able to see all of that. I'm reminded of simply this. You got about almost, well, lacking 12 minutes. We're 12 minutes in here. You've got, prior to that, you had 7 hours, midnight Mountain Time tonight, to go in and take a look in your back office. We have something called Sprint. It's Sprint. It means you have people that you personally enrolled. As they placed an order, you get 25% commission on that. That's a wonderful thing. It's a good commission. Now, if they happen to bring in somebody that ordered some product, and that's certainly the case with many of your organizations, if you're not on a 200 qualifying volume, I took a look. Many of you have 100 qualifying volume. Well, if you don't have 200 qualifying volume, that 10% commission that is actually second level to you, because you brought some people in, they brought some people in, they purchased product. You have a 10% commission coming to you if you're on a 200 qualifying volume. Like I said, many of you have 100. I don't want you to miss that money. I don't want it flowing up to Malcolm here. He don't need the money. And maybe just don't let it flow up line and get away from you. It's your money. I'm not asking you to spend one nickel, one dime if you can't afford it. But if you can, by all means, go in there and make sure before midnight Mountain Time tonight that you get yourself an additional 100 QV order in case you're sitting at 100. Just a little housekeeping to let you know there's commissions there that belong to you, but you just want to make sure. If you've been on any of my trainings, I've always said it's real important. The most you ever have to do with this company to qualify for everything you're going to be paid is monthly 200 QV. Might as well get started the right way. So if you haven't, I encourage you to do that. You got a little less than 7 hours to accomplish that. And hey, just don't want you to miss it. That's all. I don't need the volume. It's going great. This company is moving, folks. We are really growing fast. And I always hated this when it's happened to all of you. I know. In this industry, over my career, 40 years of this, somebody always said, Malcolm, you'll appreciate this. They say, boy, you just can't believe what's coming your way. You can't believe what I've seen. Well, I'm gonna break my rule here tonight. I can't tell you what I've seen, but I will tell you, stand by. I've seen some of the most incredible things that are coming our way in the next few weeks. You don't want to miss this. I mean, I'm sworn to secrecy. That's all I can tell. But I want to tell you, it's some beautiful, beautiful things that are going to help us grow even faster. I'm so glad you're here with us tonight, Malcolm. Everybody, Malcolm, I'll shut up and let you take it away, brother. The thunder from down under, Malcolm Wallace.
Thank you, Ray. Yeah, folks, you wouldn't believe what's happening. Yeah, I like it. Ray always has that orange pen in his hand. I always pick something up. And today, I don't know if you can see this on camera, but it's a clear glass of the globe. It was actually on a trophy of a thing I award. And it's odd that I have it, but it's meaningful because you know what? You've got the world in your hands with this. And we're halfway around the world with me, but we're also halfway around Italian purity. The other side of the globe meets American purpose. This all began in Italy, but you know what? The product comes from Italy. Every single piece of our product comes out of Italy and is shifted to you. You remember I talked to you about Brent Baum? Brent, you know, he was down there building movies in California, and Gordon said, I need some guy to plan just what Ray was talking about. What's coming? I need some guy to plan because we're going to become a not a $1 billion company like they did before, a multi-billion-dollar company. Listen to this man. This is the guy that started DreamWorks with Katzenberg and Steven Spielberg. And he's still in Hollywood movies.
The first reason I'm doing this is because Gordon asked me to. And Gordon and I have a long working relationship together and a trust that's built between us. And so when he talked about doing something new, I said, absolutely, I'm in. I don't know a lot about olives. Is that something I'm not supposed to say? But for me, my background is in strategy and corporate planning. It's really the team. What I like about this and the opportunity here is to work with this group. Products come and go and companies come and go, but the relationships that you build over time with people, those are what's important. But what we have is something new and something exciting, and we're going to see a reinvigoration of MLM.
That's so important, what I mentioned before, who you're joining up with. This is different than any other thing you ever been involved with, unless you were with that company from back in the days in the early 2000s. Some of you on this call have, and you know who I'm talking about and what Gordon and Joe can be. Oliabo is a whole fresh look. Look, doesn't this look fresh? This is what our graphics are like. This is what you're going to be building your company. These boys are experts on branding, and it all began in Italy, Treviso, Italy, and our product comes out of Italy all the time. This is Gordon and Joe's mom. This is when she immigrated to Canada from this town and married Gordon's dad, Gordon and Gordon. There you go. And then you know what? They listened to their mom every day because she was adamant that they had to drink this every day because where she came from, that's a blue zone. What's a blue zone? In Italy, the blue zones are areas where people live 100 years, 100 plus years, but not 100 years and decrepit, vibrant, healthy, longevity plus health. That's the key to life, folks. And they would always like, Mom, like, look at this, folks. Is this what you think olive oil looks like that you buy off the shelf? Some people go, we are an olive oil company. No, we're not. No, we are not. It's been in front of our eyes for thousands of years. 5,000 plus years, the olive has been there. One of the most important botanicals. And they started, this all came about because as they got older, they noticed a difference with one side of the Italian family to the Canadian side, and them being raised as boys and sent to Italy every year for their summer holidays. And then as grown men with their own families going to Italy every year for their family holidays. Now, like, what is it? What is this thing with these Italians and the lifestyle they lead? Because you know what they eat. Actually, I was out to dinner last night, or no, yesterday afternoon, and I broke my diet. And part of that breaking that diet, I was eating a lot of pasta and stuff. And I had what I call a food hangover last night. That's right. And you know what? Italians eat that way all the time, but they're so healthy in their longevity because of that. Right there. What's on your screen? The olive. And what happened? Joe, Gordon separately, and then also Curtis, that you'll see on the call, and Ashley on their own separately, not because they're part of Oliabo, before Oliabo went to Italy to do a deep dive into the olive, and they realized one thing. It's a new standard of health. And Oliabo is the company that's bringing that to the world. And you've got one task. I'm going to ask you, this is what these boys did, and they're asking you to fulfill this task, to help people reach optimum health. And that is bridge this awareness gap. From over there, ancient wisdom, common belief, olives and olive oil are a healthy part of the Mediterranean diet. That's what people have known. That's that key to that Italian health and vibrancy. And modern science, it began around 2005. Empirical evidence, high quality olive-derived products, right? Not just olive oil. Olive-derived products contain powerful phytonutrients and they offer superior nutritional health. So does that mean you got to go get a medical degree? No, we're just going to help you with it. You're going to plug into the tools. You're going to be part of this. The company's got some great things coming your way to help explain all this for you. What is the Mediterranean secret? Well, the average Italian consumes 14 liters of extra virgin, EVU, extra virgin olive oil. The Greeks, 20. Am I going to ask you to do that? No. I kind of thought that actually when Gordon started to talk to me that very first day back in the first week of March, when he explained this to me. And I was thinking, man, olive, no. You know, we only drink, I still consider myself North American. Even though I'm Australian, I spent more time living in North America than Australia. And then I've spent 28 years or more living in Asia and Pacific Islands and all over the world. But North Americans and Canadians, we drink 1 liter of crappy olive oil a year. That's it. And it's usually putting it in a pan and cooking with it. But why do they consume it? Because they know this. Now, this is not us creating this. This is science outside of Oliabo. Cardio support, longevity. Now, I could spend time. People have asked, you get the gals in your team and the boys in your team going, now, I have this person. They want all the scientific studies. I'm going to show you in a slide or two how to answer that question. You see, if you tend to say something, people disbelieve it. If I told you all about brain health, you go, but Mel, you forget stuff all the time. And I do. I'm 67. But you know what? I've had some mate of mine pass away in their 50s because of that exact same thing. Do you know one of the things that's chock-a-block full in our product? Beta amyloid. And the key to beta amyloid accumulation to get rid of it, and that is your cognitive function. So who would not want their brain health to be better? As Ray says, who would not want that pump, that cardio, and all that vascular system in your body to be better? Who would not want your brain, gut, that digestive health to be better? We know how important that is, right? The brain gut health. Who would not want that to be better? Who would not want to live longer, but then have cognitive function and not be decrepit? Longevity. Everybody would be. And all of that, you know what it boils down to? And I know this for a fact, because I've had my health go sideways on me. Inflammation, that's the key. That's what dis-ease is. Ease, we're healthy, dis-ease, unhealthy. We get and put into a situation where our body, and it's inflammation. The best thing for inflammation, oleocanthal. Well, I thought you guys were Oliabo and you were selling olive oil. No, we market oleocanthal. That's one of the key ingredients that we market. And that is the greatest thing to fight inflammation. Polyphenols, which are phytonutrients. The key main ingredient we all keep talking about is oleocanthal. Go write that down. Go and Google it. Go to AI. Go to chat, Gronk, whatever your x.com, whatever you want, whatever you use, and put oleocanthal in. You'll see that that's nature's version of ibuprofen times 200. Go put in alurapine for blood sugar and microbial balance and weight management and cardiovascular function. Go put in verbascicide. These are all ingredients that Oliabo Company extract from the olive tree, right? Not just olive oil, the olive tree, brain, microbial, metabolic, and vascular inflammation, and skin health. There's so many more. I went and looked it up. Ray says to do this. If you're with the company, you brand new folks, you're going to realize this. But if you're with the company and you jump on the Tuesday evening, 9 p.m. corporate Zoom, you'll get an email a day or two later saying, did you enjoy it? And they will put up this in, more people coming in, they will put this up in your email and it'll tell you to go do a deep dive yourself. Remember, if I say, tend to disbelieve it. But if you look it up, it's true. Now, lurapine, what it will do for you, what other properties like squalane will do for you. This is all part of our product. Hydroxytyrosol, what it will do for you, what verbascicide will do for you, what the overall will do for you. Now, you're thinking, well, I could buy olive oil on the shelf. Maybe if I drank a heck of a lot of it, I could probably get some of this. How about getting in a concentrated form in a really simple dosage every single day where you're not drinking olive oil? Olivectum is our proprietary blend. That's a made-up name, but it's trademarked for one reason. And olivectum is part of our ingredients. And what the olivectum is full of is verbascicide. Now, that doesn't come from olive oil. That comes from the pulp of the olive itself. So it's the pulp extract. It's actually also the seed extract. And then alurapine is chock-a-block full in the olive leaf, not the oil, in the olive leaf. So these boys have got a proprietary way. What's that mean? Well, someone asked me today about that, and I said to her, does Lamborghini send the blueprints for their V12 engine over to Enzo Ferrari at Ferrari? No, they're in competition. We have a proprietary trademark way of extracting these properties, but many more. And how do you get it? Well, you don't have to drink olive oil. You get a pack. Many of you got this. How many of you are surprised at the size of the green capsules, by the way? Yeah, because it's full of a lot of nutrients. You get Prima, our core product, the life force of the olive tree, and it's delivered to you in concentrated. That's what it is. And Ray talks about just a simple package that comes in really good branding, an olive oil tin, but it's in a daily pillow pack. You have 30 of those pillows. You take the pillow, you rip it, and you got 4. What are they? Well, the 2 green capsules, they're chock-a-block full of oleocanthal and all the other polyphenols, and they're infused with rosemary. That's how you get that. You know, if you've ever had, I've had a chat with someone who's an Italian just on the phone the other day, and he straight away said, and I went, yeah, you're absolutely right. You see, if you've ever had high phenolic extra virgin olive oil, you probably wouldn't pour it all over your salad because it's a little tough when you put it in your mouth. It makes you cough. And it also is a little bit of a rancid taste to it. It's not what you get in the store, but here we put it in a capsule so it's deep in your belly. And this is going to go from the inside out and work on your whole system, on your cardiovascular, on all of the properties that your body has. And we want as much oleocanthal as we can get. 2 capsules, chock-a-block full of it. Then we have, you know, and there's a little bit of Italian branding here. See that? The green and red with the white, red, white, and green flag. Olivectum, remember that proprietary blend? Well, that's the leaf extract blend. And that is what the oleuropein is in, and the verbascicide, and there's some of the olive fruit extract. And then the third one is actually not even from the olive tree itself. That's rosa. That's really important because when you put all some ingredients with other ingredients, you know, our bodies, our pathways, our bodies accept things better and they utilize things better. You know, you can buy oil or you can buy synthetic oil and get a little bit better in the engine of your car. That's rosa. That's grapeseed. I know a company way back when I had the dealership, this guy was marketing that product, right? Grapeseed extract. Remember? Pycnogenol's. Maybe that's a little bit to that Italian Mediterranean diet because red wine's got pycnogenol's in it. Just thought of that. And lycopene. Here's my lycopene shirt I got on today. That comes out of high quality tomatoes and grapefruit. So you've got 3 distinct products here. Is this going to cost you a fortune like other companies? No, $110. That's what Ray was talking about. $110 is 100 points. What? There's no spread. It's not $110 and 50 points like most other companies. No, $110, month supply, 100 points. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ray, but if you are on a subscription, it's 110 points. Is that correct, Ray? I just don't want to
That's
make
correct.
Correct.
You're exactly right.
You're on a subscription, dollar to point. There you go. So 2 of these. Why would you get 2 of these? Well, I've got a spouse and I love Lucille. And yes, I'm a little bit older than her. Not much. I'm not one of those grave robbers. But I tell you what, I know what happens when you have a great company like this and a great product and a great pay plan. You get a lifestyle. I enjoy my lifestyle. I'm living on another island. Most of you knew me when I was on a different island. But I don't want to do it on my own. I was single till I was 55. Now I don't want to do it on my own anymore. I love my kids. So guess what? They're on this. You saw my monthly volume. I posted it, 320. I'm on this with my family. And you should be too. So you go get yourself a couple of these a month. But we got other products as well. You know, remember I said, read that top line. We're a whole lot more than an extra virgin olive oil company. A whole lot more. Our product, and you got 3. So if you do the math, 3 products for $110 is what? What are we at? $36 odd a product? Man, that's incredible. But we got more than just this. That's our core product. Don't forget. Don't forget. Prima's our core product. And they did not have this planned, but everybody kept saying, good golly, Gordon, Joe, you're all talking about high phenolic extra virgin olive oil, and we love to cook. Do you think we could get some? Then we got it. Oliabo extra virgin olive oil. It's 250 mil tin. It's in a tin like the old original. And what is that? That's a quarter of a liter. That's $39.95 or $39.99. Let's call it $40. $39. Or you can get 3 for $99. and it's 35 points or 100 points for that. See, there's next to no spread. That's a little key for you guys who are interested in pay plans. So we got olive oil for you, and that came about, well, pretty quick, but they pulled it off. You want to know how to bring someone into this company? Have them over for dinner and have that sitting on your counter. Have your Prima sitting on your counter. They'll ask about it. They'll remember back in the day. So what else have we got? Coming, well, I'm already in December, folks. So I just looked. It's the 1st of December, 8:32 a.m. Monday morning, 1st of December. Maybe I get my product ahead of you guys. I don't think so. Wouldn't that be great? Well, you got coming December in the first couple of weeks, probably maybe closer than you think, Flex. What is Flex? Flex is what let me put my world down. Flex, you know what I just showed you with Prima, and you put that on the inside of your body, and the testimonies, gal I was just with today giving me a personal testimony, and it's happening in a handful, 1 day, 2 days of ingesting your Prima product. But Flex, that is taking those ingredients and putting them in a formulation where it goes through the skin barrier, deep through the muscle tissue, into the joints. And it's a transdermal ointment, high phenolic extra virgin olive oil, olivectum, but also with mangosteen pericarp. Remember, these boys had a mangosteen company that did $1 billion a year for a lot of years in squalane. And that is in a 30 mil, and you're going to take a couple drops of that and you rub it up. I'm just going to help someone in here. You rub it and warm it up in the palm of your hand, and you're going to put it where you're hurting, right? On your neck, whatever's wrong with you. I'm going to give you a hint. Remember Ashley? This formulation came from her, right? Can I tell? I will. Ashley had a formulation for a skincare product, but she had had an accident. She had a very bad back, and she was suffering, and she knew she was taking far too much ibuprofen. Now, ibuprofen is a great anti-inflammatory and helps with pain, but it's man-made. You know what man-made stuff does, right? You kiss your liver and your kidneys goodbye if you abuse that. And she knew she had to make a change. And her skincare line, which I haven't showed you yet, has all these properties in it. And she thought, I wonder if I just put it on my back. And she did. And she got relief. So what do you think she did? Knowing Gordon for 18 years, she went, you wouldn't believe what just happened. So that's how this product came about. I believe in synchronicity, and I believe in stories also sell, folks. And that's exactly how this came about. So they put their minds together and figured out how to make this work better. And anyone, Hernan, if you're on the call, I haven't got time to look, man, that testimony with your mother-in-law with this product, this is a product that within 15 minutes, 20 minutes, you have relief. And not just for an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, for a day. Everyone that got a chance to utilize this could not stop talking about it. So here, think about this. Something you ingest, Prima, and you feel great. And I'll give you a hint how to get a good testimony when you're with Prima. And thanks to Janine, I've always done this. If I take something, we forget. We tend to forget how we used to feel. Do it for 5 days or do it for 7 days and then take a day off. Or Ray, right? Ray was on this product way back, and he was doing his deck up there in Michigan. And then the day after he'd run out, he had 5 days supply. I know what he was doing. He was on the phone to Gordon. Get me more. Get me more. Take a product, stop taking it, and you'll realize how good it is. So then you have this that works instantly. Think about the opportunity you have here. Think about how people are going to be so thankful. And when they're thankful and it works for them, they talk to everyone else. Now I'm going to cover one thing for the gals, but I'm vain. And I watched 2 companies in 2000 go to the moon utilizing a product, not this product, nowhere near as good as this, but in the same line, facial skincare. And Ashley gets the credit for this one as well. So I'm going to let her, and you gals, the brand spanking new. Yes, she looks like she's 21. Ashley's 40. I'm going to let her explain a little bit about the properties of high phenolic extra virgin olive oil and the ingredients in it. Oh, sorry. Don't know why that happened.
The reason that I'm doing this is honestly because of the team. I am an organic skincare formulator. So a great thing about Oliabo is we have internal ingredients as well as external. Olive oil is so good for your skin, and it mimics your own natural oils in your skin. So we're able to create beautiful products that aren't greasy, that aren't oily, that are derived from the olive tree. Olive oil is so good for your heart, is so good for your brain, and I have been obsessed since I've gone to Italy and tasted the difference between the oils. I wanted to make sure that everything was compliant to cross borders so we can enable everyone to experience our products.
An Ashley formulated Visa Lux, Vice President of Marketing, Quality Control, and a facial care line. And that's coming start of the month for you guys as well. And when you notice how this works and how great a sheen it looks on your face, you know, gals, when you walk in a department store, guys, you got to weave your way through all those shiny glass counters with the lights. And there's so much cosmetic because there's a gigantic market. So we have that. Inside, topical for the pain, facial. Winning combination. And the standard, it's always kept up with a Minerva seal of authenticity. This company makes sure that the purity, quality, and trust that comes from sourced in Italy from the correct olive groves to get that product, to get it picked at the right time, not when they pick olives for what you use, normal olive oil and olives that you have in the tin, but for what these properties are, and then to have it pressed at the right temperature within the right amount of hours, and then get it moved and shipped and then extracted in the US and put into the capsule form, put into the Visa Lux form, and put into the Flex form. That's all going to be a high standard, and you have it. And that's on every single product. So we got a great company, and, you know, salute. My hat's off to them for what they've done. And your brand spanking new. Go to the link of the person that brought you to this call. They've obviously given you a link, or they're about to give you a link, and they will. Well, there you go. One of my kids at school just joined the Zoom. I'm catching my daughter out, seeing what dad's up to. Her iPhone just showed up on the Zoom. You create an account. She's performing this morning, so maybe she's just going to see if I'm going to talk about it. You create an account. It's really simple. It's just that simple a form. There's no fancy. And you know what? You're going to get a surprise, because when you create an account, you're going to find out there's no membership fee. There's no enrollment fee. There's no web hosting fee. There's no starter kit fee. This is free. You create an account for free, and then you're going to get a pay. Then it's going to say, welcome, congratulations. You got an email, and your page that you're on will load this page, your back office. And there's going to be three things that load. Prima, the extra virgin olive oil, and a VIP membership, 365. Your VIP membership is a service. It's not a membership fee. I want them to change that wording, actually. It's a service. And you pay a flat fee one time a year, $160 in the US, $225 when you're in international. And you get free shipping on no matter how much product you order. I reordered again. I've just done another order because I went, okay, there's some coming, and I want some more of this. So 365 free shipping, but you also get some other things. There's recognition. There's special things that are going to happen for you. There's merch drops that are going to happen for you. But if you do the math and figure out what you're going to buy, just figure out where you are, where you live, what your shipping thing will be. Don't have to do it today. You can do this down the road. But it's a service, and that's what I'm talking about, the kind of company this is. They're willing to give you a break on shipping. That's what that membership's for. So you place your order, and then you're going to start to feel like this, because you're going to have a product that flat out works. But you know one way to start to feel and get a smile on your face? I know when I know that rosy days are ahead, when take that thing off my shoulder. Fortunately for me, my dad taught me a lesson when I went into business for myself as a young, I was still a boy. I was only 18 in Australia. And never get in debt. So I've never had a loan in my life, never had a credit card. Figure that one out. I do know this. I tried to open a bank account, and that was really nearly impossible. No credit, no nothing like that. You don't exist. That's hard. But you know, I don't know what that's like. But I do know where I've been in a pickle, where I've been broke, and that's terrible. And if you can get that weight off your shoulders, if you can stop thinking about money, the rich get rich and the poor get poorer, because the poor think about money all the time. They think about that they don't have it, and can I afford it? And I'm not sure, where the rich just go, hey, that'd be nice. Let's have one of those. Let's go get ourselves an old vintage Alpha and sit on the bonnet. I don't care if it scratches the paint, right? Hey, let's go on a holiday and go for a picnic, whatever you want. Well, you get this with a pay plan. And when you've got product and a company, but then you put the next part, we got the people, because you guys are coming in the thousands. I'm telling you, you're exploding. But when you got a pay plan that's this simple, now normally I go through the pay plan. But I tell you what, why don't we have Ray? I'm going to bypass that. This is just a short clip that's just so much fun. I'm not going to have Ray. I'm going to have Gordon, the owner, explain the pay plan. It's simple. Me plus 3. That's Gordon. Me plus 3. Remember, Ray said 100 points, and you get. Yeah, I'll tell you this right up front before he even explains it. You can join the company for free, not buy product. I have to do this by law, Ray. I got asked. It was sent to me. And not buy product, and you can still earn income. You can join the company, not pay a thing, not order product, and you can earn one level, the first level, on the monthly residual, not the sprint, the monthly residual pay plan. The minute you order any product from 0 points to 100 points, you can start earning on the sprint. That's our fast start money. Once you can have 2 levels in the monthly residual. Once you got 3 people, you're into 3 levels. And that, when you have a look, Gordon doesn't explain it, but you double the income right there and then on that level. And then on it goes. And you can get to the top of our pay plan with 3 personally enrolled legs, 3 personally enrolled teams. Not a lot of people, and then have 2 more customers, 5 in total, and you can earn it all. So why don't I have Gordon up here explain this to you?
If you guys are okay, I'll show you. This is how simple our comp plan is. This gives you the basics. All 3 areas, again, very rough, but it gives you an idea of how simple our comp plan is to explain. So this is my office building.
There's only one of these in the world. That's the only one. I made it. It's mine. This is an actual Squire Telecaster body that I Frankensteined together with an American-made Telecaster neck. The comp plan that we're creating here is unlike any other comp plan that's ever been done. Okay, the Premio Pay Plan by Oliabo. We give it a nice name to describe the unique set of variables that go into the creation of our comp plan. First and foremost, number 1, sprints. The only thing you need to do to qualify for sprints is be in our system. Anybody you introduce to the product who makes a purchase, on their first purchase, you will make 25%. The second component of sprint, though, is that if you personally commit to 200 QV per month, you get an additional bonus of 10% on anyone on your second level of sales. Done. That's the end of the sprint section. Number 2, baseline, which is our monthly commission checks. Now, the first kickoff for that is something we call a rep. You really need anywhere between 0 and 99 QV. You're instantly qualified for 5% on your front level. A Brava rep is somebody that a personal purchase that month. If you have a personal purchase of any qualifying volume product in Oliabo, you are eligible to receive 5% plus 5% on the second level of your organization. We like to say Oliabo is me plus 3. That's the little rhythmic device to encourage you to get 3 people like yourself interested in doing a business on their own. First level is something we call Kappa. Kappa is yourself plus 3 people like yourself that are interested in doing 100 qualifying volume per month. The other component is that somewhere in your organization you have 1,000 qualifying volume. That's it. That makes you eligible for 3 levels of commissions. Quinto, the next level, is yourself doing 100 QV per month. Somewhere in your organization, you have 5,000 group qualifying volume, and each one of the 3 people that you introduce to the company does 100 QV with 1,000 group qualifying volume. Done. The next level, Venti. Venti is where you're really starting to develop some leadership to your group. For the level of Venti, we're asking for 200 qualifying volume per month. That's the most we ever ask, by the way. You still have your 3 leaders that you're working with. Each one of them have 5,000 in group qualifying volume per month and a personal purchase of 100. We are now asking you to add an additional 100 QV customer in addition to that. So now we have 4 people. 1 is brand new. The top level in the Premio plan is Premio. We named the comp plan after it. Premio means you're maxing out your baseline commissions, what you can earn on your organization, making you eligible for 8 levels of volume. First and foremost, we're asking you to get 200 qualifying volume worth of product every month. Of your original 3, we request that you take 2 of them to 200 qualifying personal volume per month with 20,000 in group qualifying volume. The third one, we're still building 100 QV with 5,000 group qualifying per month. We now have a total of 5 personally sponsored customers in the system with an organizational volume of 50,000 group qualifying volume. That's it. That quick capsule summary is what it takes to do Premio. Global bonus. 3, global bonus pool. You enter it by becoming a Premio. Those who maintain Premio for 3 months enter into the global bonus pool. What does that mean? Well, 5% of all global volume sales go into our global quarterly pool. The bigger your organization, the bigger your percentage of the pro rata pool. So there you have it, the Premio pay plan. Sprints, baselines, quarterly bonus. When you get a job, you go to work for a company. When you join Oliabo, the company goes to work for you. To work where you want and earn what you deserve, but more accurately, we encourage you to work where you want, when you want, with whomever you want, and earn what you deserve. My guitar playing is less than perfect, but our comp plan is pretty dang close to it. So there you go.
Yes, like he says, it's pretty dang close to perfect. How many caught right there that the top spot at the single order is 500 orders in a team? How many people caught 500? That's it. Right at the very beginning, on the second call I did with this company, I called them back and went, you guys made a mistake. It's too easy. It's just far too easy. And guess what? If you're on double down, 200 points, that's only 250 orders in your team. Good golly. I'm telling you. And then you qualify for the global pool, right, Ray? And that global pool, $1 billion company. Ray, you're the math man. What's 5% of billion?
I believe it's 50 million.
Every 90 days. So Ray's going to tell you about putting together 3 30-day strings of effort, like Jim Rohn taught him. And at the end of that 90 days, you're going to get that bonus check. And guess what's going to happen? You can go there and you can make peace with anybody in your family going, look, I know I've been a little distant. I know I've been working hard, but that check will pay more than just go out for dinner. You could go, hey, let's go get a business class flight and go to Atlantis in the Bahamas, or let's go down to the kids. Let's go down to Orlando to Disney World, or whatever you want to do. And then you know what? 90 more days, you're going to have another one, and another one. It doesn't get any simpler. It doesn't get any better. And Ray's experienced it. So go tell him, Ray.
Yeah, back in the day, beginning in the year 2002, I spent about 15, 16 years with these guys and traveled the whole world. Just had the time of my life, made more money than I ever could dream of, being a pool boy from Oklahoma. But I recall those days, the organization got so big, people were getting fabulous results. These guys were doing all the right things like they'll do here with Oliabo. And our quarterly bonuses were in the 6 figures routinely. 4 times a year. It was fabulous. It's going to be better. That was a 3% global bonus. This one's 40% more. It's 5%. So they're going to be significant. Not trying to entice you with big numbers, folks. Hey, look, you get out of life what you put into it. You get out of your business what you put into it. But you and I are first. We're first. It's real rare that you can find yourself first. We're first here with Oliabo. This thing's going to be a giant. Jim Rohn taught me 40 years ago. He goes, Ray, if you find the right network marketing company at the right time and you built your business like your life depended on it for 90 days, it could set you up financially for the rest of your life. Well, I took that to heart and didn't know any better. I went for it. And in 90 days' time, Malcolm, I was earning more money than my friends that had high paying jobs. It was the most incredible thing. I mean, I couldn't quite believe it, but it was true. And I never ever looked back. And just 32 years of knocking it completely out of the park in this industry. The last 8, ready to retire and say it was a good run. I'm done. I get the call from Gordon, knowing this gentleman the way I do, over 30 years, been in business with him long before the other company even. He had me at hello. And so I'm so delighted to be here. I can't begin to tell you, folks, you really are in, you've heard this, I'm in the catbird seat. You're in the catbird seat with Oliabo. This will be the biggest opportunity this for me, and I think for you as well, than anything you've ever done. I expect this one is going to be bigger than anything I've ever done by far. I've never had the luxury of knowing the outcome before I start, but I know the outcome of this one. It's going to be grand. This thing is going to continue to grow at warp speed. So you are at the right place at the right time, and you're first.
Speaking of outcome, Ray, I know there's some people that gave you a call that are too shy to hop on a live Zoom because they're camera shy, but they told you what happened to them. Why don't you share that?
Yeah, few little quick testimonies. People only had the product, some of them 1 and 2 days. They were a little bit camera shy. I don't blame them. I won't call out any last names. I'll just read a few of them, just picked out a few at random. I've had a lot of them. Said I took my first Prima yesterday afternoon, and for the first time, I slept through the night and woke up with considerably less pain. And then she said, almost hard to believe. That was Nancy. And then I had another one says, coming down with something. Don't know what it is. I'm not feeling well. Took the product, slept for 2 hours, got up feeling better than I felt in a long time. Lots of energy. Couldn't believe it. No indication that I was about to get sick with anything. In fact, feeling great. That was Brenda. I got 2 more. No joint pain. Overall feeling of well-being. That's a short one from Alan. And then I had one said, oh, dang. Oh, dang. I took Prima yesterday. Could it be true? We may be on to something here. That's Betty. So those are just within a day or two. So I'm looking forward to getting my shipment. The oddest thing is I've got people all over the world that's got theirs. Mine's lost out there in the ether. It was in Georgia somewhere today. So I hope by tomorrow I will have it. But had the good fortune of having a week's sample of it way back in the day. And I felt like I had WD-40 on the inside. The flexibility of my joints were unbelievable. I get this sleep pattern. I've been challenged with sleep my whole life. The 1 week I was on Prima, I slept 7 to 7.5 hours a night, woke up feeling great. Couldn't believe it.
I got a question for you. A couple other testimonies. I see Simone Turner giving you some thanks right there. Simone just blew through her I just forgot the title for Quinto. Congratulations,
Hey.
Simone. But I'm sure you know Hernan. Yeah, look at that, Janine. Janine is a big part of making that team happen for her. Where's Hernan at?
Hernan's busy texting somebody. We've been trading some
right
texts.
here. I'm here.
Oh, here he is. Here he is.
Where are you at in your title?
He's there.
We have to give you a pat in the back. Come on, mate.
Well, that's not fair. You can't. That's not fair. I'm way up there. Way up there.
Hernan's really doing fabulous.
But it's my team. I've got incredible leaders that are busy working. It's unbelievable.
Hernan, take real shorter than you normally do. Hernan was fortunate enough. Well, wasn't he's privileged. He actually got in his car, drove from Idaho down to Murray, Utah, met with the brothers, and they gave him a little sampling of Flex, and he brought it back home. And for your elderly mother-in-law, tell them what you did.
Yeah. So Ray, I called Ray to catch up, and Ray put me on the phone with Gordon. Next thing I know, Ray's saying, "Hey, you guys need to go down there to the corporate office and meet with Gordon." And Gordon says, "Yeah, come on down." So the next morning, we jumped in the car and drove to Salt Lake, and sat in the boardroom with everyone in the company, and we drank the HPEVOO and coughed like the Dickens. The whole room was coughing. It was so funny. We were given samples. Ashley gave us some sample bags, real nice, sample bags, and we came home and we shared it with people that are very negative, very, very, uh, just, they don't feel good. They're in bad shape. And we just no more than 4 drops. And Robin just rubbed it into the palm of her hands and then rubbed it in the shoulder. One had shoulder, one had back and balance problems and walking problems and everything else. And they all got results like super quick. It was quick. And then tonight I got a phone call from an 88-year-old friend that's done really well in network marketing. She's made 30,000 a month in network marketing, and she's in bad shape. She's real sick, and she called me tonight, and I didn't know it was her because I could understand every word she was saying. Like her speech had completely changed. She said, "Hernan, I have no discomfort at all. None. And I've only had the product for 2 days." And she says, "I'm not shaking anymore." So, and it's just the beginning. So we're excited.
There you go, mate. That's really good. It's just the beginning. It's exactly what he said. And for me, I'm on the first day of December, holiday month. You guys are going to hit it tomorrow. So I'm going to close this call out. We're right in the top of the hour. I got less than a minute to do it, Ray. How about I put a clip out there? I just watched very early this morning. I took myself a 10-minute break. See, I start my day at 4:30 in the morning. And I watched the Qatar Grand Prix. I love Grand Prix. I used to have a racetrack, actually, in Canada. We raised money with it. You've got, with Oliabo, as if you're in the most powerful car with the most horsepower engine and the most dynamic body, aerodynamic body you could have. You've got the stickiest tires on your wheels. You got the greatest suspension. You got the highest octane fuel. Behind the pit wall with the company, the crew, with Ray, with the upline leaders, with what we've got with our back office that's coming to you, that'll blow you away, with our products, that pit wall. You've got everything for you to succeed, and you're on pole position because you're starting this race at pole position, not at the back of the field. And that guy's about to drop that flag. And the only reason you're not crossing that checkered flag ending line with everything coming together for that whole brand new life, there's only one reason that's not going to happen. Just too afraid to put your foot on the gas. Watch out for the replay. We'll put it out there for you as quick as we can. And folks, go out and create the most fabulous holiday season with your sprint pay. And you're going to get also the end of the month pay for their baseline this coming month as well. Hey, Friday is payday. Is that correct, Ray? I'm sure.
That's correct.
That's coming Friday. Checks in the mail. Not checks in the mail. You're going to find out something new too.
All right, Malcolm, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate your enthusiasm always, and you make a presentation exciting and fun. Thank you.
Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Oliabo.com/launch. Oliabo.com/launch. Corporate, 9 p.m. Eastern, USA time. Corporate call every Tuesday night. Wednesday night, 8 p.m., 1 hour later than tonight. Ray and I'll do another call. Hernan is doing for his team. Hernan, you're doing a call every day, correctly?
Yes, he does every day.
Okay, folks, go back to the person that bought you this call. If you're brand spanking new, go out there, put your seatbelt on, put your foot on the gas. You'll never, ever, ever regret this decision.
Amen. Thanks, everybody.